Hello my lovies and welcome back to Crazy But Not Dangerous. I'm Shorty Vaughn and glad to have you along. Hello to all of my subscribers. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. Just to let you know, I'm 4'5". I like to cook budget meals on this channel, run my mouth a little bit, have a little chit chat. We are a household of 2 adults, 1 Chihuahua dog, Pigpen, and 1 cat. He's feral. He lives outside. He won't let me pet him. His name is F. Scott Fitzgerald, and he is turning into the most gorgeous cat. He has the longest white whiskers I have ever seen. He is just a beautiful cat, and he won't let me pet him, and that, he hisses at me, and I hiss back at him sometimes. Anyhow, that's what our household looks like. I like to cook budget meals. I like for my meals to be about 4 servings, 2 for dinner tonight, 2 for lunch tomorrow, and I like for all of my meals to be under $10. Under $5 is even better. Sometimes I hit that. Tonight's dinner is not going to be under $5, but it's not going to be terribly expensive. We're having taco bowls. And I got this ancho meat, this ancho beef, 30% off. Yeah, 30% off. It's a little bit over a pound. It was $7.69 before the 30% came off. So that makes it just a little bit over $5. And that's kind of my go-to price for a pound of beef that's not ground. And this is pre-seasoned, and it has ancho chili. Ancho chili is not terribly spicy, but it does have a great smoked flavor. And because I live in Arizona, this is something that is available to me. Now, if I lived anywhere else and I couldn't find ancho beef, I would just go ahead and, get some beef. Get some stew meat, though that has gotten very pricey, or some ground beef, or, because we're going to put this in the crock pot, you could even do like a London broil, whatever's on sale. That's what I would recommend. Also, got some onions, got some peppers, got a few things, and I got my little tiny crock pot. This little crock pot, let me bring you on down here for a minute here. This little crock pot was one of the very first things that Andrew ever bought me for our kitchen. We were at this little junk store. Yep, it's a little bean cooker kind of a thing. We were at a junk store, and I think this might have been $7, and I did not have a crock pot at the time. It's got the cutest little lid. Yep. Anyhow, I didn't have a crock pot at the time. It's like, ooh, honey, look at that. It's a little bean cooker. I could cook all kinds of things in it, and I have had it for, about 29 years. So it's still going great. I have this ceramic, or this teal tile right here underneath of it to keep it from burning a hole in my countertop. It gets pretty hot. It has plugged in and unplugged. Those are your options. So, yep, just gonna go ahead and unwrap this ancho beef here. Ooh, it really smells great. This is already seasoned for me, so I don't have to add anything. But if I was making this in, somewhere where ancho beef was not a thing, I would use a little ancho chili powder. Yeah, it's going to be where the pepper is, where the regular black pepper is, and they should have like cayenne, and they should have ancho near there. Anyhow, I would use some of that. I would use some dehydrated garlic. I would use some onion powder, some salt, some regular pepper, maybe a few shakes of Worcestershire, and you would pretty much have the same result. So let's go ahead and get my beef on in there. Yay, hooray. You could do this with chicken. You could do this with ground beef. You could do this with turkey. Yep. Whatever you got. If all you had was a little taco seasoning, yep, that would be just fine. And because that's already going to have all of your spices in there. That's a great way to save money, is with, a bulk spice like taco seasoning or Cajun seasoning or that kind of thing. In my meal prep, I diced some onions, and I am going to go ahead. Ooh, those are fragrant, man. Those are right up in my face. I'm going to go ahead and put about half of those diced onions in there. Yay, hooray. It's 113 today, so we've cooled off a little bit. I'm so excited. Don't go get your sweater yet, though, baby. I'm telling you what. And then I have some of these bell peppers. These were the little ones that I bought for Andrew to snack on. He didn't enjoy them. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those in too. You know, whatever you got. If all you had was the meat and the rice and a little bit of cheese, maybe a little shredded lettuce, you would still be in like Flynn. This does not have to be complicated. Cooking does not have to be complicated. Use what you have on hand. Don't run to the store because you're never going to buy just the one thing. You're going to buy something else. You're going to blow the budget. And nowadays, everyone has to stay on budget. You know, I have a sister who is very extravagant, and she is learning to budget. There you go. So, yeah, everybody's pinching pennies. All right, I've got a few more things I want to add in here. Be right back. Okay, looking good so far. Yay, hooray. I have a little bit of tomato powder, and I use this instead of tomato paste, and it's simply dehydrated tomatoes, and then I give them a bzz, bzz, bzz in my food processor, make it into this powder, and then we can just add this the same way that you would a tomato paste. So if you have tomato paste on hand, go right on ahead. So I'm going to use about 1 teaspoon in there. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup water. And that's really more or less just to get things going on the bottom. Make sure that we don't have any sticking, because I hate to scrub. I really do. And then I have some garlic. I'm going to go ahead and put a healthy amount in there because we really enjoy garlic. You put as much as you deem appropriate for your crowd. And I don't know, that's probably about 2 teaspoons. I'm okay with that. It'll be all right. All right, gonna put the lid on this puppy, and I'm gonna let this go for about the next 5.5 hours. It'll be okay. This bean cooker cooks very rapidly. If you were doing this in a more traditional slow cooker, you could get this started in the morning on low or after 12 on high. Yep, whichever one you want. It'll cook. It'll be fine. Absolutely. Bring it back, and we'll do a few other things here in a minute. All right, my lovelies. Well, this has just been cooking away for a few hours now. It's piping hot. The smells, we got them all. It smells amazing. I'm super excited about rice bowls. Yay, hooray. All right, I am going to go ahead and include a whole 15.5 ounce can of kidney beans. I was hoping for black beans, didn't have them. We're just going to make do with what we have. Yay, hooray. And then I have a little bit of cilantro. This is dried. I don't have any fresh. And honestly, it would burn up outside even if I had some planted in the garden right now. I'm going to go ahead and put in 1 teaspoon of the cilantro because we love it. If you don't love it, well, that's okay. I won't hold it against you, baby. Just, you know, put some parsley in, or, you know, some oregano would be delicious. Yeah, absolutely. I like to buy my dry spices, the ones that I don't dehydrate myself, over in the Hispanic food section in the little, you know, cellophane envelopes that might say El Guapo, which is the cutie. Oh my gosh, this fly's been killing me all day. Anyhow, the cutie, Yeah, those little spices, they're about 99 cents. Those are a great bargain, and I think that they taste terrific. I'm going to go ahead and slice up a couple of tomatoes for tonight's dinner. Just got some Romas here because honestly, in Arizona, this is about the best tomato that I can get. Yeah, they're not much, but they're mine. Anyhow, Andrew and I like spicy food. Always have. Tacos was one of the very first things that I ever made for him. Yep, absolutely. So one night, he says, "You want to go to dinner?" Yeah, absolutely. We used to go to dinner all the time. I love it. You know, somebody brings me something to eat and a beverage. And I just sit there. They do the dishes. Hot diggity. Well, we haven't been out to dinner in a very long time. But we used to go quite often. So they opened this new, like, wing restaurant near our house. Do you want to go? Yeah, sure, absolutely. So we're going to go for wings. And this is not a chain. This is like, you know, mom and pop. I like to support local. Absolutely. I like wings. I like spicy food. Hot diggity, let's go. So we get in the car, we go there, and there is this buffet of wing sauce. And they've got mild, they've got medium mild, they've got medium hot, hottest, and then something called, you know, the mind-blowing section. And I'm over here looking at like medium hot, you know. No, Andrew, he just goes right for destruction, right over for the mind-blowing section. That's what he's over there looking at. Anyhow, you choose your sauce, and then you go up to the counter, and you place your order, and then, you know, they use that sauce to make your wings. And you go sit down at a table, they bring you a beverage, and, you know, your wings, and all your little, you know, dipping sauces and what have you. Anyhow, yeah, so he goes over to destruction. He comes over to me and he says, "I think we should have this one." And it was called Dave's Killer Insanity Sauce or something like that. Most of the time when people tell us that something is spicy, we're like, yeah, right. You know, Andrew can take it Bangkok hot, for goodness sakes. I'm like, okay, whatever you want, because, you know, I don't really care. I'm a go along to get along kind of, you know, dinner companion. I don't care where we eat or what we have. I'll try anything. I'm an adventurous eater. And so he goes over and he places the order for these Dave's Killer Insanity Sauce wings. And the minute that they open that sauce, I am across the restaurant and I can smell it. Sweet baby Jesus, please help me. Anyhow, the wings come to the table and my eyes are already watering. My nose, and he's like, yeah, we're finally going to get really hot food. Okay. Anyhow, so I took one of these chicken wings and, you know, I'm going to give it a little taste, you know, just a little. Anyhow, I took a taste of this, just the barest minimum of taste. This sauce set me on fire so bad that I couldn't eat any of the chicken wings. Andrew ate them all. I ate the carrots and the celery and drank my beverage. And my mouth was on fire so badly that we've got to stop. On the way home, we have got to stop. I can't take it anymore. Pull into the Circle K. That's like our convenience store. Ran in there, grabbed a quart of milk, and I am just chugging this out in the parking lot. That sauce was so spicy, it made my teeth hurt for 3 days. Yeah, not just like it's up, you know. Yeah, I thought I was gonna die. Anyhow, he was fine, and yeah, we like spicy food. This really won't be spicy, but it will be well seasoned. That ancho chili has a real depth of flavor. But, you know, if you're concerned about the spice, by all means, use a taco seasoning, use mild, and if you're adventurous and you decide to get the ancho chili, start off with just a little. Give it a taste test. After it's been in your crock pot or simmering on your stove or in your oven for a little while and you're past the danger zone, just go ahead, get your toothpick, stick it in the sauce. Make sure it's delicious and at the heat level that you enjoy. You could absolutely put fresh tomatoes in this. You do not have to put beans, but I am adding beans, number one, because we love them. Number two, because that 1 pound of meat will shrink down a little bit. And I do want to serve this at least over 2 meals for 2 people or have 4 total servings. So I want to make sure that they feel substantial. And I won't, I'll make sure that there is a good bean to meat ratio in every bowl. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, Dave's Killer Insanity sauce. It just about killed my sanity. Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. All right, got a little tomato chopped up. Got my beans added. Got a couple of more hours till dinner. I don't like to add the beans at the beginning because sometimes I think that beans can fall to the bottom of the pot and kind of scorch a little bit if they're in there too long. So those beans won't take any time to heat up. They're gonna be fine, I promise. Anyhow, yeah, tomatoes, yay, hooray. We'll probably also have some shredded cheese and, I have homemade sour cream, yay, hooray. See what else I can scrounge up in there. Maybe, like a little, I have got to get that fly. Yeah, does that drive anybody else crazy? This one's been after me all day in every room. It just follows me around. I don't smell bad. I don't know what the deal is. It's almost that time. Dinner time. You know what that also means? Almost time for Jeopardy. Yay, hooray. Got this rice. Made it on Monday in the oven. I baked it. Turned out perfect. It refrigerated beautifully. And now I'm going to go ahead and reheat it for tonight's dinner. And yeah, just go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of water to this rice. And I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 4 minutes. I'm going to stir it at the 2-minute mark and then do it for 2 minutes more. Should be heated through. I just add the water and I think that helps it kind of, steam, heat through, nothing clumps together. It's a good thing. It's a good way to reheat your rice. All right, my ancho beef and vegetables and my beans look amazing. Those are all hot and steamy and looks fabulous. Smells even better. And we've got a nice gravy to go with that. I'm going to pour that gravy and everything right over that rice so that it will be well seasoned and completely delicious. It smells amazing. I'm so hungry. My rice reheated beautifully. It's all individually grained and no clumps. Super steamy, yay, hooray. Okay, so we've got our bowls and I've got everything laid out. Let me show ya. So we've got our rice and that's where I will begin building a bowl. Andrew, you want me to make your plate?
Sure, please, thank you.
I'm going to give him plenty of rice, just like that. And then the bean, beef, and veg mixture. And I want to make sure he's got plenty of all of it. And then I'm going to dip in and make sure he gets plenty of sauce on that rice so that every little bit is delicious. And that sauce, that's just, yeah, amazing. Got a little shredded cheese. And I like to put that right on top of the beans and the meat so it has an opportunity to kind of melt and get all delicious. I think that's going to be plenty. I don't have salsa out, and he will probably add some of his favorite salsa to this. I don't know what he's going to want, so he can put that on his own self. Plenty of lettuce, maybe a few extra peppers. I'll just set those to the side in case he doesn't want them. A little bit of extra onion, won't hurt a bit. Gonna make sure he gets a couple of limes. Some of the fresh diced tomato. A little bit of a homemade sour cream right on top. And then I got this for free at Albertsons. It was one of my free items. It's a Totitos Topper Fiesta Ranch. I think it's some kind of dressing or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and just give him a little squirt of that, and he can just see if he enjoys that or not. Not a big commitment. Okay, my lovelies, well, that's going to be our taco bowl for tonight with the ancho beef, plenty of veg, nice melty cheese. Can't beat that with a stick. Looks terrific. Yay, hooray. All right, thanks for watching. Be good, be careful, look both ways. I'll see you next time. Have a great night.